y'all already know what time it is, man. If I'm in the building, and y'all already know that I got my guys in the building, man. We got my guy, man. He wasn't there on the last show, but we got him this time, man. He's back. You know what I'm saying? My boy had a little illness, but it's all to the good, man. We got that boy Patton, the mailman, aka the Streets.
You know what I'm saying?
And the draft guard is definitely activated for this show, y'all. Y'all know we're doing big draft talk. And y'all know if we got Patton in the building, man, then we definitely got my guy, Killer Cal, in the building, man. Welcome, my guys, man, to another show, another dope episode, man. We about to make it do what it do. Hopefully y'all are ready. I want to give y'all an applause. I want to give an applause to the people that's tuning in right now. They streaming in slowly, but surely, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, though, man, we about to talk about some draft talk, man. I know Brandon, shout out Brandon, man. Last show, he told us, he said, hey, I thought this show was supposed to be about the draft. And I was like, you right, bro. I was like, hey, it's good to keep our, hold us to what we said we were going to do. But, my guy had a little illness or whatever, so we had to push it back off to this week. But we are here. Have no fear. We're about to make this thing do what it do, man. It's been a crazy, but to me, it's been a successful all season. I like the moves that Nick's been making. If y'all been watching the show, y'all already know that. This is what we talk about that all the time. So now what we about to do is start getting into some of these players, man. Some of these players that, that we have on our radar as far as who we think that the Texans should pick. Now, we are gonna all the way up until the draft. We're gonna be each one of us are gonna pick a player, and we're gonna show some highlights on that player, and we're gonna also speak on why we think that player should work for the Texans, and if anybody has any opposition, we're gonna talk about why that player would not be a good fit for the Texans. So, we're gonna get ready to start off in a few minutes. As a matter of fact, I don't know why this phone call is coming in right now when I told this person that I'm busy. So if y'all want to say anything during the introduction, y'all, while I take care of this right here.
Excuse me, man. My damn dog is giving me the blues right now. Like, she want to play all of a sudden.
That's what they do.
Like, I'm over here struggling. I'm over here fighting for my life with her, man. But, hey, man, I'm glad to be back, man. I was a little under the weather. These things tend to happen, but hey, man, I'm here to do one thing only, bro. We talking draft today. Texas on 3, bro. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, man. It's so, hey, what about you, Calvin, man?
Hey, man. Just blessed to be there. Tell your dog, go say what's up, man.
Hey, GG in the building.
Yeah, man. Blessed to be here, man. The last show was pretty great, man. So looking forward to another great show tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, like I said, we're discussing 3 players per show leading up to the draft. Opportunity for everybody in the bull ring. If there's a player we ain't touched or you want us to touch on, as far as breaking down this person combat. I'm saying combat, Lord have mercy. Combine stats, pro day, highlights, lowlights, you know what I'm saying? I got you. Just give me a name and, you know what I'm saying, have for future shows. But today we got 3 particular players, bro. We all picked a player. So out the gate, 2 receivers, 1 running back. And that running back, man, we ain't gonna start with him, but my team got the best of him.
Okay. Hey, hold on, y'all. I'm what's the name? I gotta step to the door right quick and hand somebody something. So
having that, bro.
Give me 2 minutes, less than that, and I'm gonna be right back. Y'all can chop it up. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah. Well, Lackville, yeah, it's early, man. 7 o'clock, man. GG, calm your nerves, girl. Anyways, though, man. So the first guy we're gonna talk about, man, is Kyle Williams, man. I don't know why my dog's doing the most today. But Kyle, I want to say, what is Kyle? Kyle's 5'11", 208, Washington State receiver, man. Have you had a chance to look at some of his film, Kyle?
I watched a little bit of it. I just watched the highlights, and that's one of the things I wanted to watch game film. But I watched some of the highlights. Of course, they're gonna, highlight the great They got him listed at 5'11", 190
Well, 90,
on
so
this.
okay.
Yeah, on this draft buzz senior class. So
Yeah. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Hold on, let's
yeah.
get to this bull ring, man. I'm pretty sure somebody. Okay, we got Lackville
Yeah.
89. What's good? Early stream, yeah. Lack 9, man. I mean Lackville, my bad. Lackville 89. What's going on is that we gonna start going on at 7 now because like our schedules have kind of changed up a little bit. So we'll be doing like sometime like last week we did 9 because my boy was a little under the weather, so we had to rearrange some things, but mostly we're gonna be trying to do 7. But yeah, I appreciate you tuning in. We do know it's early. Shout out that boy AD, man, for real.
What's up, AD the mess maker? You know what I'm talking about. That's my boy.
Then we got
slug shooter. That's AD shooting slugs.
all the time, bro. I'm talking about all the time. He said,
"Hey, I don't know what's going on, but AD got to chill out, bro. I'm riding with the home team, man."
I ride with AD, man.
And they say, who? He said, me and Cal got a box. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. We can arrange this, man, to where it could be.
Hey, I'm 52. I'm through.
Hey, hold on. But me and Pat know exactly what to do. We'll pull out the PS5s. One of us will cop that. What's the name of that new boxing game just came out?
I don't know.
I forgot, man. It was something. It's something that came out, but yeah, we can set it up on that, man. Y'all can make some made up characters or something, maybe stain your face or something like that. He said, nah, okay, I'll shoot first. Like a mug, man. When you get over 50, man, it ain't no squall. I say that even with 40, man. Once you cross 40, you shouldn't be out here fighting in the streets no more, man. Your knee might give out on you at any given time. And then you talking about timeout. Oh, timeout. It ain't no timeouts for squabbling. They gonna be on your head.
Don't say.
Hello, what do you say? I got you, Cal. Octagon style. Shout out that boy Allen, man. Well, the 3 players that we are talking about today, y'all, we got Travion Henderson, we got Matthew Golden, and we got Kyle Williams. Patton is going with Matthew Golden, so I think we're gonna pull Golden up first.
Nah, I started with Kyle.
Oh, you started with Kyle? Okay, so y'all want to go with me first. Okay. So look, let me tell y'all what I noticed about Kyle, right? He's almost like a Tank Dell clone in a sense. And I kind of felt bad even picking him because I love Tank Dell, man, and what that he puts his heart on the field for the team. And anybody that does that for the team, I got to ride with you. And so I did kind of feel funny about it, but what made me pick Kyle is because I'm looking at this like we're not gonna have Tank this year, and if we can get that same kind of and I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When y'all see these highlights, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Bro has this he's electric. When I say he's electric, he is electric. He can take a slant and take that 60 yards down the field in traffic. It's his speed. I think he ran a 4.3 at the combine. Let's just look at what he does on the field, and then we'll chop it up a little bit more about him, or we'll chop it up as we looking at this. So let me bring this up right quick. Let me share the screen. Share the screen for y'all. Boom. All right, let me big that up. And I'm gonna mute it because I don't want us to get tagged for anything like that. So we're looking at it on mute, but here we go right here, fellas. But what from what we're seeing right now, y'all, do y'all think he's a and I'm gonna say pause before I say this, but is he like a thicker Tank Dell?
Well, at 190.
Huh?
At 190.
Of course, because I think Tank was 170, 160, something like that.
Yeah, 170 on a good day.
I wouldn't say he's Tank. He reminds me of Tank Dell at all.
Why you say that?
Just watch him. I mean, he makes plays. I always tell you guys, the highlights show you one side of the player. Um, he runs good routes, deep routes. He can get separation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not a guy you're gonna want going over the middle in potential danger.
I mean, but he does a lot. He takes a lot of stuff over the middle, though. I mean,
because he's so fast. That's his thing.
Oh, that's the play right here. This play here was so, oh my goodness. I'm like, look at see in the traffic. He just that's dynamic right there. That's any time of the game, man.
Also, look at who he playing. Don't forget that too now.
Who was that up against?
Who is that exactly?
I'm not. To be honest with you, whenever I'm looking at highlights, sometimes I don't even pay attention to the other team. I just keep my eye on the player. But that is a good point, though, because competition matters. But that's Texas.
He's fast, but he's not like I said. He ran a 4.4 at the combine, so he has good speed. I tell you, the guy he reminds me of the most.
AD says he's more explosive than Tank. Yeah, I see, because he it looks like he has more strength. But y'all have to understand something. And I like what Lackville is saying right here, because this is going to go exactly to my point, right? When he was asked, who does he model his game after? He named 2 Texans wide receivers at the time. He said Diggs and Tank Dell.
Yeah.
He says he models his game after them. Those are 2 guys that are, I mean, if you're going to model your game after somebody, those are 2 crisp route runners. And I remember because he did go to the Senior Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And when he was at the Senior Bowl, they was trying to say how small he was, which really makes you think like, dang, if they calling him small, then think about how, you know what I'm saying? That think about how small Tank is compared to him. You know what I'm saying? But I think, bro, like looking at our wide receiver room, right? And this is where it gets critical. Looking at our wide receiver room, we got Christian Kirk, we have Nico Collins. How would he fit in with those guys? Do y'all think he's a good fit in that wide receiver room, or y'all looking for a different type of wideout?
He's a wide receiver 3. If he's on the Texans, he's wide receiver 3, and we already have a wide receiver 3. So
I agree with that. AD say you play who on your schedule. It would have been a worse mark against him if he didn't do that against the competition.
Look, responding to AD, listen, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have your biggest games in your career against lesser known teams. But that speed, that shit ain't happening against Michigan, Alabama, Georgia, LSU. Hell, even USC, they got the worst defense.
What did Stephon Diggs coming out of Maryland? What did he run? It couldn't have been higher than a 4.4.
It couldn't have been, because he would have went higher.
It was a sub 4.4. Like,
okay, so
4.5.
When this guy say he patterned his to pattern yourself after Diggs and Dale, that lets me know that he watched a lot of Houston football. So my point is, Diggs coming out of Maryland, he was drafted in the 5th round, and I don't think Diggs was ever 190. So, and I'm looking at his base too, Nitty. His base do look kind of like it's chunky. It's not as big as like a Debo, but those type of guys that you don't bring them down with, just arm swipes on the shins. Those guys you have to really, really tackle. They can break tackles. So, I look at the competition. Competition is fine. But my thing is, when you like 4.4 is 4.4. If you play 4.4 football speed, it's gonna translate. If you have the hands, can run the routes, I think it's really gonna translate. And then when I was looking at his draft, it's just one of the draft profiles on NFL Draft Buzz. They're saying that he's kind of draft projection is like a 5th round pick. So that's one of those guys that I know he's on the radar because he runs a 4.4. So everybody's going to be looking at him. But that's one of those guys that, if you really believe in him, you probably can. And, Nick Caserio, he'll move up for a guy in the later rounds if he believes in on the wide receiver side. So if he projected as a 5th-round pick, if Nick really wanted him, he'll move up to the 4th round because I think we got some extra 6, 7 rounders or something like that, or you can parlay it up into next year draft. But that's one of the things you got to look at, man. 4.4 football speed on the field, and if you got hands, you don't have a history of dropping passes. I think everything else can be worked out. So I really like that. I really like that you. I mean, that's gonna give me something to look at, Nitty.
Yeah, because like I said, he seems like a good fit for us. I agree with AD saying right here that he will be gone in the 3rd. I'm for sure. I think Tank went in the 3rd, so I'm for sure. Somebody might even take a chance on him in the 2nd round. Like, it's some teams that's probably seeing what I'm seeing as far as these highlights go, and bro just looks explosive. Like, when you explosive like that, teams are willing to, you know what I'm saying, probably try to stop you from going to another team or something like that. I just feel like, but then again, if you want to keep your job as a GM and stuff like that, you don't try to take players too early that might not pan out. But I think he's more of a shoe in. He's more of a cleat in than what Tank Dell was.
Let me hop in real quick. Y'all haven't seen his, like, y'all haven't ever like fully diagnosed him or broke him down. Pause. He struggled. Like, what makes him so like such a hot topic or hot take is he's gonna get open. He's gonna create separation. He's very fast. But the thing is, the guy he reminds me of the most, Jacoby Jones, can get open, can get by you, wide open. Is gonna drop the ball 9 times out of 10 most times. But
so you got a drop problem?
He does. But you'll deal with it because he's open down the field. His hands remind me of Will Fuller.
Ooh.
He got Will Fuller hands, but he plays like Jacoby.
Jacoby who?
Jacoby Jones.
Who? Kyle Williams?
Yes.
Hold on, do we need to run that back? Because I didn't see
I don't see how you didn't see it. The way he run, like, he's electric. And that's not a slight. That's not a slight at all. But Jacoby Jones was what? A wide receiver 3. Not a 1, not a 2. He's a 3. He's going to have 2 alpha dogs on the outside for him to thrive.
Should have been a 4. But the way I like, when I go back and I look at Jacoby as a player, and RIP to that brother, man, and he had Super Bowls and stuff like that in his career. But when I look at Jacoby, boy, when I say that he was like a very unpolished receiver, like you could see it in game. It's like bro was unpolished. I don't see that from Kyle. I'm just being honest with you. I don't see unpolished.
Let me finish. Of course, Jacoby went to Lane, small school, small competition. Our guy here went to Washington State, bigger and better competition versus Lane. Also, he played 5 years, his 5th year senior. If you look at his numbers, they progressively got better each year. You know what I'm saying? So he's a little bit. He's already long in the 2 for a rookie. He's 22. He'd probably be 23 when the season starts. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't take him in the 3rd. That's too high. 4th round, 5th round, like that's prime action, prime real estate for him.
AD say anybody we drafted will be the 3 regardless. Yeah, I think so. I think now I'm gonna be honest. Let's switch this. Let's say this though. The next player that we're gonna bring up.
That's your 2.
It's gonna be Golden, right? Now, if we were to draft a wide receiver the caliber of Golden, I think that becomes your automatically like number 2. Like I don't think you draft Golden and put him as your 3rd receiver, even as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? He's just he's built like a number 2. You know what I'm saying? Kirk is a little undersized to be number 2, even though I gotta say this, y'all. We've seen Brandon Cooks play number 1 wide receiver. We gotta remember that. We've seen Brandon Cooks play the number 1 receiver and be successful at it. So I don't think sometimes like what we put as far as the size of these receivers and stuff like that, and think about it. When we saw Kirk in his contract year, his contract year in Arizona, bro was like crazy on the outside. Like his outside game was crazy, bro. I'm talking about almost to the point. It's the reason why Jacksonville gave him, what was that contract, like 80-something million?
It was a lot of money.
It was some.
Yeah, they like Jacksonville gave him that type of money to be a number one. And what happened in his first year with Jacksonville? He actually did pretty good in that position.
But do you know why? Because he was the only receiver that was out there getting open. So he was forced to hit the ball.
I always say this though, Patton, for real. If you say that somebody is the only wide receiver on the field that can get open, does that mean that they even better? Because they all the attention is on them and they still getting open. You get what I'm saying? Like that has to count for something. Like if everybody's focusing on you and you still getting open, that's got to say something about something. So I think he could play number two. Now, ask me what I want him to be number two if we drafted Golden. No, of course, slide him in the slot because he's an elite slot receiver and he's a put it like this, he's a good outside receiver. He could be an elite slot receiver, especially if you get somebody like Golden. I want to bring Golden. I definitely would take it too, especially with the body that.
Hold on before you move to that point. Anybody that you draft is going to be a number three because the reason why 4 years, 80 mil.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The reason why is Christian Kirk. And we already know Nico is number one, president of the Nico fan club right here. Kirk have had a lot of snaps and he's had a lot of experience. So what you want to do is ease your guy, whoever's going to be. If they take him at 25, if they move up in the draft and take him, he's going to start off this season as the number third wide receiver because of the experience. Now he may evolve into the number two. He'll evolve into that, but I think because of the amount of snaps, what Kirk is going on in his 6th or 7th year. That's a lot of football. That's a lot. And the new wide receiver. Exactly. So the new wide receiver is going to have to come in and be acclimated with the system and CJ. But let me say this right quick. I had pulled up this information. Kyle Williams, a wide receiver from Washington State, had 0 drops in 2024 with 20 receptions of 33 targets, 505 yards and 9 touchdowns and 25.3 yards a reception per reception. Mm-hmm. So that's on man coverage. And look,
he said man coverage is his bread and butter.
If you don't drop anything on man coverage and they threw the ball to you 33 times and you got 9 touchdowns, sign me up. I ain't gonna
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I would love for them to pass that ticket in and say the Texans draft Kyle Williams because I like the explosiveness. I like the fact that he can take go the distance any time, any point of the field. You just gotta love that explosiveness. It makes the defense pay attention to him. If you got him in the slot, it's crazy hours for real. Like it's actually.
Here's another thing too. And see, a lot of people get caught up into 40 times, but you have to look at open field time. And this, what I'm saying is, Nico Collins last year on a route, he had got up right at, I think, 23 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. And it was the fastest in the NFL. Think about all your wide receivers. And they didn't get up to, like, you can't tell me you playing 17 games and they didn't air that shit out with Tyreek and the rest of them. Nico had the fastest. Now, Senior Bowl, he recorded the fastest speed amongst the national team offense at 21.3 miles per hour. So even though he runs a 4.3, his explosiveness, that's football speed, is faster than any wide receiver that was out there. Mm-hmm. That's something to think about, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Especially when and that's a good point, Cal, because I promise when I seen them put that stat up after he made that play, I honestly said, like, the first I already know that Nico is like, I think he ran a 4.4 at the combine or whatever. So he's already has speed, but to see him actually show it, like, because most of the time, I mean, you got to think of what was the game when he hurt his hamstring on the touchdown?
Nico?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
what
Nico,
it
was that Chicago?
Yeah.
No, I was in the game. For who was that? Buffalo.
That was Buffalo.
Mm.
Okay, well look,
Muslims.
all I know is when you see that play right there, Nico has this thing where once he gets straight line and he gets that stride going, it's like it's hard for people to stay up with him. See, I'm 6'4" in height, and I run like that. You know what I'm saying? I actually run a 4.3, but that's for another day. We'll talk about this some other time. But the thing is, when you got that kind of stride and you can run like that, once you get out in the open like that, it's not too many people gonna be able to stay up there with you. Quick Nico fact. I forgot who it was that was doing this comparison on X, right? There was these guys that was talking about, they was comparing these wide receivers. They was like, okay, if you had this guy and this guy, who would you take? And people were like, well, no, I'll take this guy, or I'll take this guy. And they got down to Nico, and they compared Nico to all the other guys who they had picked up there. And the guy was like, oh, I'm taking Nico all day. And it let me know. And these were some, I can't remember who it was, but these were some credible people. And it just made me think, like, you know, Nico is getting that recognition around the league. It's being a very good wide receiver. Like, not even just no, hey, all right, Nico is the truth, y'all. Like, and so you mix Kirk with that. And like I say, we're going to get into this Golden tape. Because Matthew Golden, man, he is a beast. I'm not going to lie. Dude is a beast. Hey, shout out Texas Tangents, man. Appreciate you. Hey, appreciate that too, Lakeville. It was Buffalo. Brandon in the building. Say, Diggs got the bag from the Patriots.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Man, let me tell you what Diggs is about. Diggs, I guess if you're going to be a football player, right, you need some kind of motivation. Something needs to motivate you. I think bro was just like motive. I think, and it's crazy to say this, but he's still mad at Buffalo, bro. I think what influenced his Patriots pick to go there is because he want to play Buffalo twice a year, bro. I think bro,
the most money and he wanted the bag, bro.
Yeah. What they give him? What they give him, Brandon?
Three.
I think it's 371.
What?
I think it was like 71, but I think only like 30 something is guaranteed or something.
Damn. No, we wouldn't have gave him that.
The guaranteed money is not as high. But here's the thing, though. I'm gonna need Nick Caserio. Okay, this is the last time that we try to do favors for anybody.
Yeah,
he did it with yeah, okay. He did that shit. He did that shit with Malik Collins in San Francisco. And what was that fiasco that we were supposed to get Armstead and we didn't, and we promised to trade, Malik Collins over there, and it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the deal anyway, stay on good graces. You bring in Diggs, and you tap the last 2 or 3 years on his contract, hoping that he's gonna do you a solid to come back, because there was no reason why we had to do that. We had BTJ that we could have drafted with our draft pick, and would have been going on in the future. We wouldn't been talking about wide receiver right now. We're talking about wide receiver in the 5th or 6th round or something like that. But that's one of those Nick Caserio, let's work this deal up under the table. And once that ACL blew out, dude knew that his bargaining chip was gone. So Nick was like, hey, man, we did you a favor. Are you coming back? Yeah, I come back for this price. And Nick was like, no, that's not what we talked about. And that's why he didn't come back to the Texans, because it was a under the table type deal. You could tell it's an agreement. Why in the hell would we tap his damn contract? Like, you had him under team control. Like, you gonna come and play for this? Like, we gave up a number 2 pick for you.
Exactly, just for a 1 year.
You're gonna come and play for the rest of this over here. Now I want to play for that. Okay, so we'll accelerate your money, and then after this year, we'll go back to the table and we'll give you good market price. But you gave us 37 catches for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, and you had a knee injury. well, your bargaining chip is gone. So shout out to Diggs for getting the bag, but this point on going forward, Nick Casario don't do no solids for nobody
Yeah, you know
at
what?
all.
I believe it every time in your
Nothing wrong with
any
showing good
career,
faith.
you have to learn your lesson. And I think Diggs taught him that lesson, and I don't think we'll have that problem again. But I do want to say though, like that's some hoe ass shit. Excuse my language, y'all, but that's what it is though at the end of the day, and that's what I was hoping that did not happen because, like you said, he gave away his leverage. Once he took those contract years off of that and gave him that money, you took away your leverage. And like you say, I think he should have just stood on business and said, "Look, we got you under this contract." Like
But what it was is you didn't want that attitude that he had at Buffalo to come over here and permeate your locker room with that negative stench.
But
So
I
you
don't think
feel
he
like
could have did it to a. I don't think he could have did it to a D'Amico locker room. I think
He bought in when he came here.
Yeah, I think with a D'Amico's locker room, he would have put it like this: the players, he wouldn't have been able to get nobody on his side. He would have ostracized himself. He would have basically been like, "Oh, he'd have got shunned." Bros would have been like, "Oh, he ain't down with the team." Well, fuck that nigga. Then they wouldn't have messed with him.
Didn't they say that about that other wide receiver that came in and started talking shit? And they was like, "Fuck that nigga." Like he would have been on the team. What's his name?
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
Johnson.
Yeah, Deontay.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson. He would have been on the team if he just would have showed the fuck up.
Yeah, and just
showed up, played ball. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's one of those things that you don't want that in your locker room. And so Diggs did everything. And let's move on to the next person because we spent it. I don't want to talk about Tonsil. I don't want to talk about Diggs. I just want to move forward. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna cut that shit short. Yeah, Matthew Golden. Let's go.
Matthew Golden, y'all. Let's check him out, man. But yeah, that still was a good point though. Like, cause I hate that happened, but yeah, it is what it is. Appreciate that too, Brandon, on letting us know he got the bag.
Got the bag.
Okay. All right, we're going to Matthew. Let's check this ball out, man. Feel free to comment, you know what I'm saying, doing these plays, fellas. All right, he's in the slot right now. Let's see what he worked. Let's see that slot work. What's his height, y'all?
6 foot.
Okay. Ooh, like I ain't gonna lie though. Yeah. Bro, looking like Diggs out there though. Yeah. He looking like Diggs. I can't even front, y'all.
Everybody's not Diggs, man.
No, I know, but look at it. Like, hold on, I just want to go back. Look at this.
I know what you're saying. I know
that route he ran out the slot, bro. That's no, hold on, it's the play after this one. It's the play after this one. Watch how bro feet move. You know how we should see Diggs run these routes. Now watch this. Boom, boom, boom. That shit there, like, yeah. It's Diggs-esque. And really when I say Diggs, y'all, I'm not saying him specifically as the player. It's just that any player that can run good routes, any player that got good feet and routes like that, it's crisp. And that's one thing we can say about Diggs. He ran some crisp ass routes. But I think they play against the Colts where that nigga caught that touchdown and banged his head off against the ground. I think that's when he lost it. Boom. Okay, so bro got good. He got good. Go up and get the ball. And he didn't even really stretch his arms to get that ball.
Great hand-eye coordination.
Now, when you compare Golden to our last guy, Kyle Williams, they're the exact same size, 5'11", 190. Golden runs a 4.29. Projection is mid first round. Comparison is Jalen Waddle, Jalen Hyatt, Marvin Mims Jr.
Yeah. And you want to know what's the difference between him off top? What I'm seeing with him and Kyle right now off top, bro is a good possession receiver.
Yeah, he goes up and get it.
He's gonna get it, but he's not taking off. Bro, not. I don't see the explosiveness that I seen in Kyle.
I'm saying he's not gonna fight the contact. He can do better at that. But as far as getting the ball, making the play, that's him.
It seems like if you need a first down, bro, gonna get you that first down. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna get open, bro. There's no locking him down one-on-one.
And see, he's a better route runner than Xavier Worthy coming out of UT.
Of course.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
better route
you
runner.
can definitely
Speed,
see
bro.
that. I mean, Worthy only got like 2 routes. That crosser and straight down the field.
Yo, you know a guy was at UT, they didn't really use him enough, in my opinion. Like they got him the ball, but there's a lot more you can do with him. Just speculating on Nick Caley's offense. If you add Golden to his offense, you can line a guy like him up anywhere on the field. Back, like you know how we this year we lined up Nico on the backfield. That's not where Nico should be. A guy like Golden, you can line up in the backfield and cause havoc for the defense, bro. Because he's gonna end up with a linebacker or safety.
Right now, I just see they lined him up on wide left, wide right, slot, and end around and screen. So he's an all around wide receiver.
Exactly. A guy like that can do a lot more in the right system.
Yeah.
If you utilize him right.
His route running is impeccable.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go back and watch some game film.
Hey, which is why I like telling y'all and telling AD big head ass. You draft Golden, you go through training camp, preseason. Come week 1, whoever we playing against, that's your starting receiver too. I'm telling you.
He just knows how to get open. I agree, AD.
I'm dude, like it's man. Hey, shout out to Swan too, man. Because this her school. You know what I'm saying? If she was in the bull ring right now, I know she'd be going crazy. But
look at
what was his speed at the combine, y'all?
It was a high 4.4. They're damn near 4.3, if not, if I'm not mistaken. He's very fast.
Are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Golden. I think he ran a 4.3.
Yeah,
I think his pro day. His pro day ran a 4.2.
He don't think so.
4.2. Like, come on, bro. Like we've seen receivers with extraordinary speed, but can't do shit. I lied.
That Bill said it was a 4.32.
I mean, bro, it's fast. A low 4.4, 4.3. AD got 4.2. Like, come on, man. That's fast.
Man,
bro.
that dude did not run no 4.29.
That's fast, bro.
Yeah, he did. That's what I'm showing on Draft Buzz.
Showing that? They saying he ran a 4.29?
Draft Buzz saying he's showing a 4.29.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that adds another thing to. Okay, now Brandon. Hold on. Brandon said, he went from 4.39 to 4.29. So okay, I guess 4.29 he did. So that means he's closer to almost to the record. He's the second fastest wide receiver ever in combine history, right?
Question for y'all.
He don't look like it though.
Looking at what y'all just seen, who would you compare him to? NFL comp, y'all personal opinion.
Give me 2. I'm gonna say, and I already know we're not trying to talk about bro too much, but I'm gonna say Diggs.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say off the top of my head right now, golly, I can't even think of the second player. I just want to say Diggs as far as his route running, as far as his on field speed. Because look, I got to be honest, y'all saying bro ran a 4.29. I didn't see nothing on this field that showed me 4.29 speed in none of these highlights.
So what I was looking at is, see, I look at football speed. And
that's
a couple
what I'm
of those
talking
highlights. A couple of those highlights that you showed was against Georgia. You know, Georgia have dogs over there, and he was getting open. But my thing is this. When you look at route running and like you just showed a clip, he lined up wide left, wide right, slot left, slot right. So that lets me know he has field awareness.
Oh, so that makes him free.
Fortunate. Yeah, so field awareness, he has that. So that means you can move him around. You don't have to just put him on one particular side and he just, you can move him around. And that's, to me, that's a key for Kaylee, because he becomes what I call your joker. I can use him however I want to use him. Just like Patton just said, Nico don't belong in the backfield. But if I could take this guy, line him up in the backfield and motion him out, seeing what the set is on defense, the safeties got to know what to do. Like everybody have to be aware. But his route running, the person that came to mind was Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Mm.
I mean, coming in and out of your cuts.
That's a good comparison.
You know, the route tree, like the route tree consists of 9 routes. And I'm seeing 9 routes that's ran very crisp. So that's one of the things that, you know, coming out of your breaks, you know, being able to sell, you know, a 8-yard curl route because they thinking you run a 4-2, run a 4-3. So if I'm coming out of my 2-point stand and I'm going down the field, you don't know if I'm running a 0. You don't know if I'm running a 10-yard crosser or a curl route, but he can sell every route. So that's one of those wide receivers that if you really believe that he's going to be your next guy up, you know, and like AD said something earlier, you're not drafting a guy to be your number 3. You drafting him to become your number 2 and possibly eventually your number 1. So, I mean, we still believe in Nico. I think Nico going to sign another deal, but that thing about number 1 and number 2, you know, it's a lot of teams out there. Well, not a lot, but it's a few that has 2 number 1s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing you got to look at, man. Like everybody get caught up in, you know, the synchronized numbers of 1, 2, and 3.
You're not lying though, because if you look at
1.
Cincinnati right now, like that's crazy. Like I've
example.
They
bonafide number 2, bro. He's the best number 2 receiver in the league.
I mean, but y'all don't think he could be a number 1 somewhere though?
He could be a number 1 on at least 10 to 12 teams, I think.
I know for sure he could. So that's what I'm saying. It's like them paying them guys the money that they just paid them. They pretty much kind of got like and then if you let what's the name tell it, if you let golly, number 1, if you let him tell it, he says, Chase says that shoot, they 1A and 1B. I don't know if he's just trying to big his partner up or however he looking at it, but that's just what he said. You know what I'm saying? Lackville said Waddle was coming up a lot, so AD said Waddle earlier.
I think T. Higgins better than Justin Jefferson.
No.
Oh, of course. I mean, of course not. They to me
is T. Higgins.
Can you put it like this? Can you compare Justin Jefferson?
Is T. Higgins better than Nico?
No, no. But look, this is what I'm gonna say. They remind me of each other so much, and this is what I was about to say. Nico, if you look at what who the first guy you said, Jefferson, and Nico is like not even. I wouldn't even compare Jefferson and Nico. You get what I'm saying? What I mean by that is like Jefferson is dynamic. Nico, and y'all have to be honest. Let's be honest. We see Nico steady add to his game. We starting to see how he can bully people. He's starting to realize his frame and realize what he can do out there. But I don't know, man. Jefferson is like I would compare Chase and Jefferson. These are guys that's kind of like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't see Nico just going out there breaking people's ankles with his routes and stuff like that. Like, am I tripping when I say that? Like, that's not his game. His game is big body. It's taking screens to the house because he's a big guy that can run like a deer. Now we go into another area, but I'm saying Andre Johnson is somebody who I could that's big in frame. But I still would compare him to Justin Jefferson because, like, he could run those routes, those intermediate routes. Am I tripping when I say that? That like I don't see that in Nico, not yet. Like Nico is not breaking down. You don't see his hips coming. Like I don't know. You just don't see Nico running them just crazy routes. Nico can get open. Don't get me wrong. He's an elite wide receiver. I mean. But I would have to put him personally, like if we were saying Justin Jefferson, Jamal Chase.
All I'm saying is T. Higgins is the best number 2 receiver in the league.
Yeah. I would say that he's the best number 2. Yeah, I'm thinking about it right now. Who's the number 2? Is Chris Olave the number 2 in New Orleans?
He's number 1.
Oh, he number 1. Okay. Okay, what about Garrett over there? How what is the well, if you counted last year,
was number one until Devontae got there, but
then he was
Garrett is
last year,
number
Garrett
one.
was the best number 2.
He's not better than Waddle.
But this year he's not good.
Lack.
Hold on, what you see?
Lack say he not Golden not better than Waddle. Wait, not Waddle. He's talking about no, he's talking about T Higgins. Lack, please, hey Lack, let me know if you're talking about T Higgins is better than or not better than Waddle.
Hey, let me say this right quick, Aaron.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows me
but
knows that I
get old. I'm sorry.
Everybody knows that I'm the president of the Nico Collins fan club. I was the first person that said that Nico was a number 1. When Diggs came down here, I think the whole majority of the city was like, okay, we got a number 1 receiver with Diggs. Nico gonna have to move to number 2. And I said, no. This is what I want people to realize. Like, the numbers don't lie. So when we talk about Jefferson, if I told you who's better than Jefferson or Nico, what are y'all gonna say?
I'm going Nico.
I mean, I'm a Texas fan, so I'm gonna go Nico. But technically, I'm like,
I'm being unbiased and biased because you're Texas and he go blue. But when I'm being unbiased, bro, the body of work, bro. Jetta's been more healthier than Nico. When Nico's healthy, bro, he is the better receiver. Like,
here's the thing. Jefferson, and see, here's the thing. You look at the targets, you look at the reception.
Good point, Lack9. Good point. That's. I don't know if you saying not to cut you off, Cal, but he's probably the best number 2 wide receiver in the league.
Who?
Smith.
Yeah, but he got bad quarterback play, so I agree, but I don't agree. Only because of the bad quarterback play, and that's hurts.
But back to what you were saying, though, Ken.
What I'm saying is, Nico has not had the targets that Jefferson had. Jefferson came in the league. His first year as a rookie had 125 targets. I'm gonna read off the targets: 125, 167, 184. When he did 184, he had 1,809 yards and 8 touchdowns. Then he had 100 targets. He only played 10 games. He had 103 targets. I say the targets now yards per catch. His largest yards per catch was 15.9. When I go to Nico had 1 year. Now, he had some injury-riddled seasons. Nico had 1 year that he had 109 targets. He had 80 catches for 1,297 and 8 touchdowns. That year, he was 16.2. That's more than Jefferson ever had. Jefferson was 15.9, 16. If Nico got 170-some targets, Nico is having 1,800 yards.
2,000.
So what I want people to realize is Kaylee is going to ride that guy, and Nico is probably going to have one of these years that we're going to look up and say, well, goddamn, because of the targets.
Mm-hmm. He was actually on pace for it last year.
Okay, he was pace for 2K. Easy, bro.
He was on pace. He was like,
bro. He was on pace for 2. Yes, man. Yes. So watch how Kaylee use that guy, man. Watch.
Yeah, so maybe I'm wrong, but like I say, I just don't think and can y'all honestly say this? They're not really used in the same way.
No, of course not.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Hey, let's pause this conversation, and we're gonna come back to it at the end of this season.
Okay.
That's gonna let you know. But I feel like we all kind of decide when we lean with Nico, either biased or unbiased. But
I think we got one more player.
We got one more player. Yeah.
We got one more player, y'all. And this one here is a running back. Now, I'm going to be honest. I hadn't been paying attention to a lot of Ohio State football, but I've heard a lot about Henderson. Even on the show, can y'all remind me who y'all was comparing him to? Y'all was comparing him to somebody.
Somebody else or the bull ring?
Yeah, y'all was.
Okay.
Or should I say this? Who was that y'all compared to Joe Mixon?
That
No,
was
that was
me.
the guy from Carolina.
It's a guy. It's a few guys in this draft now. Hampton from North Carolina
I think that's who
and
y'all were talking about.
Neil.
Yeah.
Neil from Kansas.
I think the H threw me off. I think it was when I seen Henderson. I said, "Hold up, is this the guy that they was comparing?"
No. But the guy I was talking about in particular, though, he's at Notre Dame. He's in Notre Dame, number 4, Love.
Yeah, you
Who's
mentioned one from
Omarion?
Notre Dame.
Omarion, what's his last name?
Hampton.
Hampton. Okay, that's the Hampton guy. Okay.
But this guy Henderson, though, he honestly reminds me of. I don't know if you guys remember this guy. He played at Tampa Bay, Doug Martin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So because like the guy, he's 5'9", he's little, and he plays like Doug Martin, plays like Maurice Jones-Drew. You know, the small back. They got something to prove.
Mm-hmm.
He's very, very explosive. You know what I'm saying? Breakaway speed. Only thing is that he's had a lot of injuries because of that play style. You know what I'm saying? When you play like that, your life on the shelf doesn't last that long, especially at that position.
Yeah. Because you're not avoiding tackles you're running into.
I mean, he about that action.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he runs very violent.
Throw that in. Okay, I'm going to mute this right quick. Well, let's check out this guy right here, y'all. Let us know what y'all think in the bull ring, man. This is Travion Henderson. This is his 2024 highlights.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Mitch can forgive me.
I ain't gonna lie, they look pretty good right there.
Yeah.
I like his size and everything too. Anybody know his height and weight?
He 5'9", 5'9". I want to say 210, 208.
No, they got him 5'10", 202.
He 5'9". I'm telling you, he little.
When do y'all think he may go?
Third round.
Draft profile projection have him late second, so late second, early third.
I got him third round.
So yeah, third round could be possible.
Late second, early third.
Yeah.
Bro, looking like that. Golly, man, what was the guy that played for the Raiders? The Raiders when they picked that running back.
McFadden.
That's who he remind me of, bro. That's a good call, like, because I wouldn't have remembered his name. Shit, I was hoping. I said, man, I'm just gonna say he played with the Raiders. Hopefully, somebody can say it. But yeah, he's running. He looked like he's looked McFadden-esque.
Yeah, but McFadden was fast though.
McFadden was like 6'2", though, right?
He was a big back.
Was like 6.
McFadden was one of those guys when the Wildcat shit was catching fire. Like, he was one of those guys that was kind of like the next coming.
AD say first or second. Y'all tripping.
Man, AD stuck on that chicken plus, man. He got to put that shit down.
Say he going. Look, he say he's going early. You know what I'm saying?
AD going to Ben Harbor early, all that goddamn fried chicken.
Hey, what's that? The stress and say,
my brother.
Say he's big. Pause. Yeah, I like his size. Pause. Most definitely.
He's until like bro, like Doug Martin, Maurice Jones-Drew, bro. Like he.
Yeah. Shout out to stressing, man.
Tomorrow, late first, early second. Trust me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, AD. Looking at this, I can see somebody taking it because, bro, look at that block. Did y'all see that? Hold on, we gotta rewind that.
Rewind that.
Ooh, just another one.
Oh, they showing all his blocks. Look, that boy can run blocks. Yeah, early. He going early, AD. Watch this one. No, not this. It's gonna be the next play. But yeah, he going early, AD. I believe. So running back and run block like that, bro. You kind of like the total package. I think.
But the only two running backs I've seen was Omarion and the boy from
there you go, right there. Damn. He put big ball on his ass. Hold on, let's show that again. Watch this. Boom! Watch out.
He really caught the dude slipping though.
Yeah, he snuck around there. You can tell Big Boy ain't know what hit him. Big Boy ain't know what hit him. Oh, look at that feet. Look at the feet. Bro juked out about 2-3 lanes on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he going early, man. Like
Hold
I
on,
say,
hey,
I believe AD.
got a bet, AD.
If he not going first, he's definitely gonna go. The only way I see him going first is somebody trying to snatch him before somebody else do.
I got AD. I got a bet for you. If this guy goes in the second round, I owe you 20. If he goes in the third round, you owe me 20. Do we have a bet?
All you got to do is put bet in the chat.
Hey, AD, I say third round, you say second, because he damn sure ain't going in the first. And look, if he go in the first, I give you 40.
Hey, yeah, like stresses. That is crazy how he just putting these dudes on their back. And I just know that when you see somebody like that, hold up, I gotta put this one up here.
Hey,
DQ says he reminds him of Jamar Gibbs. Do y'all see that?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
I think he's more powerful than Jamar.
Very.
Ooh. Oh, if he's more powerful than Jamar, he's definitely going probably late first then, y'all.
I don't know.
AD said, look at Todd McShay podcast, and he explained why. I haven't looked at his podcast, but I'll do that. AD say run that 20, man.
So that's a bet. That's locked in, y'all.
I need.
Can't wait.
Look,
we can't wait,
man. I want a Tim and Chan with that.
Boy, you know you going to Chicken Plus. But boy, we getting that Chicken Plus off of what's the name, y'all? Y'all ain't know that, but he actually get it off of Uber Eats. Now you know if you stay on the South Side and you Uber Eats Chicken Plus, yeah, I ain't got to say nothing else.
That's
because boy say run that 40. Run that 40. He say him and Judkins both nice. Still can't believe there was no hype on either until a couple of months ago. Yeah. Yeah, look at that, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited. If the Texans did pick him, I would not be mad at all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
I wouldn't be mad. I ain't mad at it, but I ain't glad at it either because he Ohio State, man. We don't fuck with them like that, man. Don't do that.
Nah, I love Ohio State, man. Shout out CJ, man.
CJ my quarterback, bro. But that's where the bullshit stops. All right, y'all ain't gonna do this.
He said they use Henderson as a lead blocker in the run game on sweeps and
crazy for a running
back. Yeah, like broken. Like that's in what they call it. You can scheme with that. You know what I'm saying? You put two running backs in the backfield, and man, that's crazy. And it seems like he would fit what Kaylee is looking for. Am I right or wrong?
I agree.
I think Kaylee would probably be beating the table for a running back like that. But we do have Mixon. But if you can see one thing, and I think I said this on the other show, when the Texans have, when you look at what the Rams offense was, even since McVay been there, they always utilize more than one running back. I mean, they second running back would sometimes be almost at 700 yards or something like that. They really utilized they brought different people in. Like when Akins was there the first time, it was him and somebody else. I can't remember who it was, but it wasn't just him. And that way, whenever somebody went down, you know what I'm saying, you had that type of running back. So I don't think Joe Mixon will be mad seeing that boy in the running back room.
No, you know who else was like that was the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, they are absolutely like that's how they do their thing. That's why that other guy Mason was good, and that was their third string running back.
And then you see it.
Denver Broncos and Mike Shanahan on steroids.
I wonder if they grab someone like Judkins for first and second downs and let Mixon do the third down and passing work.
Hey, hold on. Wait. Brandon.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, now, out of those two running backs, I like Judkins better. Of a simple, like he can do it. Judkins, he's fast. Like he's one of those. He can be a 3-down back in the right system. But if I had to pick, I would go with Judkins. It's personal. I feel like he's a tad bit better. But you can't go wrong with either one, which is why they work so good together at Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. Who had more yards out of him and Judkins?
They both hit 1,000. I can't say that the most, but they both hit 1,000.
Damn, that is good. I ain't gonna lie, I can't.
I want to say it was like 1,000, probably 1,100 or 1,055. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no crazy 1,000 numbers, but they both hit 1,000. So
put it like this.
Did they come in at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it like this.
Transfer it though.
Dore was your third down back last year. They actually pulled Mixon off the field and put Dory on the field.
Poor
Dora
man
should
Adam
not
Kamara.
be Dora should not be nobody second string running back.
Not at
Like
all.
he's a special teams guy. He's a hustle guy. He can kick some extra points and you can celebrate that shit. Like, hooray. No, I need a guy that I know that can break open a simple screen pass and break it out for 60 some yards.
Stress and say,
So
do we think we draft a running back in the first 3 rounds?
Okay, hold on. Y'all want to answer that real quick? Or
Yeah, I can answer it. I mean, from my point of view, speaking off the top of my head, I say no. Not I can see us picking one in the 4th if one of these guys was to drop down to us. But I just think that offensive line and wide receiver just has to be taken care of. And I think they pick almost, it may be a wide receiver, 2 O-line, two offensive linemen, or I think it'll be a wide receiver, offensive lineman, and a tight end. Not in that specific order, but I think running back, I think the tight end position is a little bit more important than running back right now in the draft. If I'm not, if just me speaking, I just think that we need that certain type of Kaylee tight end because we don't have it on the team right now. Do y'all think so? Do y'all think we have that type of tight end?
Yeah, you want to go?
Well, let me go ahead and piss off AD right quick. Say, man, y'all got to get that one play that Brevin Jordan did against Cleveland for that 7-yard touchdown out y'all mind. So, no, I don't think we have him on the roster, man, but Brevin Jordan is going to play a role on his team. We got a new offensive scheme, and, you know, I think that you're going to use him in a more wide open type of offense. You can, you know, motion
Is that
him
true,
from
AD?
top.
Not to cut you off, Cam, but you see what this man just put up here. Is that true?
Wow.
Dory, David Mamas Frank. I have no idea. I don't know. See, hey, he's an insider. You know, yeah, he's an insider. I don't know.
I got a
But
joke
hey,
so bad I want to say, but I ain't gonna say it.
but hey, put Stressing said, do we think we're gonna draft a running back in the first 3 rounds?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Hey, you want to lose $20 more, Patton? Because I'm gonna say no. Was that Nitty? Nitty said no, right?
Yeah.
You said no, right?
Yep.
No, they definitely gonna draft a running back in the first 3 rounds.
Ooh, that's a nice $20 bet.
Hey, yeah. I'm telling you, man. The first 4 picks, in my opinion, unless there's a defensive tackle that D'Amico really, really wants, and he's gonna bug Casario to go get, the first 4 picks are gonna be offense.
First 4?
First 4 picks are gonna be offense.
Okay.
Unless there's a defensive tackle that D'Amico really, really wants that drops in the draft.
This is the draft that happens, though.
I'm telling you, that's the only way, man. Because I'm seeing wide receiver or offensive line.
Hold up, I might want to take that bet back. Hold up, Brandon just said we don't even have a 4th round pick, and that's like that makes a lot of sense now.
Nick,
like, we might
Nick's gonna get in the 4th round, bro.
First 3 now.
Somebody's there. Nick gonna get in the 4th round, bro.
Okay, well, bet back on. Bet on. We ain't taking it off. If I lose $20, I just lose $20.
I want to end the show on this note, bro. I want to end the show on this note. First 3 rounds: receiver, guard, running back.
Hey, man, quit reading my notes over here, man.
You would
reading my notes.
Hold on. You would get your tight end because the tight end I want for us, he's gonna be there in the 4th and the 5th round.
Who?
Shout out to Swan again, but my boy Gunner will be there in the 4th. And my guy from Iowa, he will be there in the 5th. Guaranteed. He'll be there in the 5th.
Yeah, I think we get one old lineman, Brandon, for shit show. He said that's if now you know what, AD, thinking about that. this is a brief question, y'all. We don't got to stay on this a long time because we're getting ready to end the show. But is Brevin a Kaylee type of tight end? I think he is. I think he can be. I think he could be.
He's one of them.
I think he can be that. So I think, if he comes back healthy and do his blocking like how he started off last year, because last year it seemed like bro took the off season and said, guess what? I'm finna learn how to block even better. And the way he was, in the preseason, it looked like bro was about to be he definitely was showing effort in the blocking. He said we got 2 third rounds. Okay, yeah, so we most definitely probably gonna get a running back.
We're gonna get a running back. Yeah.
Put it like this: if I have to spend that $20 on that, that'll be a well spent $20 because I want to see us actually get a running back in the first 3 rounds. It's just that do I think we are? I don't know. That's something that I just can't say. Look, AD say hell no to Gunner.
Hey,
fuck you mean?
Hell no. Hey, what's Tristan say, man? Read that.
He said, I don't think we take a running back early, maybe one late. Deep draft that running back. Crowded room already. Mixon, Pierce, Ogumba, Wale, Brooks, Jacoby, Jawar. Good point. Because I told him on another show, Stressors, I say, do not think that Jaws, pause, is gonna come into this season like how he did last year. I think bro comes back better. I think we sleeping on him because when I look at his highlights, did y'all ever? I mean, if y'all watching the show now, if y'all ever got a chance to go back and look at his Louisville, because that's who he count from Louisville, right?
Jawar Jordan.
Yeah.
Louisville,
like they say, bro. Bro got some breakout speed and vision when it comes to running, bro. I'm telling y'all, do not sleep on Jaws, bro.
Okay,
for that reason, I think I might be getting $20.
Jaws or Henderson right now? Who you cutting?
Shit, I'm cutting. Now, I don't know. And Jaws is an NFL player that's back in there that had a long off season that could have been working his butt off, bro.
We don't know. Roster down right now. You cutting the roster down, bro.
Oh yeah, you cutting it down right now. I'm going Henderson. I'm not gonna lie. I got to.
You gonna cut Henderson?
Okay.
I would cut. I mean, no. I would cut Jaws because of just the potential that we see with Henderson, the pass blocking. I don't think Jaws is that good at pass blocking, bro.
All right, so
let me ask you something. If since y'all don't hey, this question is to push Stress and comment back up there. I need to see those running back.
AD say, hold on. AD's talking about cutting everybody but Mixon.
No, see, he's making a point. Put the prior one from Stressing when he said Mixon and all other running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Put it up on the screen because I need. Okay.
No, it's okay.
Now, let me ask you something. If Mixon get hurt, which one of these guys that you think that can play 17 games and you feel confident?
None of them.
I'm looking at a bunch of
maybes.
A number 3 running backs. Some maybes, some could be, some wannabes. I really don't see somebody that I can.
Pierce gonna do a good job on third down. Pierce gonna get you 2 yards per play, running into the guard back.
No, I think Pearson does way better this year, y'all. I think Pierce does.
Yeah, I think so. I think he will.
This is gonna be his type of blocking scheme. We might get year 1 Mixon back. I mean,
but see, here's the thing though.
Year 1 Pierce back. I'm sorry, y'all.
But if I'm going into this season and at the beginning of September, first week of September, and this guy Pierce is my number 1 back, do I really feel comfortable?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Quick question. I mean, if you put a gun to my head, I'm gonna say yeah, because I know what type of player he is. We all watched this rookie year. We all seen what he could, and that's what made me so upset because I'm like, even the first time when we got Bobby, I was like, we putting him in a situation where he can't succeed. We putting him, right. we not putting him in a spot where he can succeed, right? And I just truly believe it. Look, I want to put this point up here that Brandon said. Even right now, but from the carries that he was getting, he was averaging you know what I'm saying, like 7 yards a carry. And that was with bad, you know what I'm saying, with bad blocking and him not being in the right scheme. Now we seen in his rookie season when he was in that gap scheme, bro just knew. And have y'all seen the offseason tape on Pierce? Have y'all seen him practicing?
It look good.
Oh, it looks good. Like, and it's
But
against
you know what,
air.
though?
It's against air. We know that.
Shoot threes on the offseason.
Yeah, it's against air. I wanted to say that before you said anything, Pat.
You know,
it's against air, but
he shoots crazy in the offseason. Threes and all. I didn't shot more threes than he shot in his NBA career today.
And I agree with what Stresson just said. Pierce can be revitalized in the gap scheme. If we drop a running back early, I think that means we trade Pierce.
Yeah, if we do, would he be our third?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, Pierce is going into his third year, so I think that it's not enough on tape that you can get value for him.
Oh, he's going into his fourth year.
Yeah, going into his fourth year. He was drafted in the fourth, fifth round. So anything that's second and below, they have a 4-year contract. So I don't know if Pierce have signed. I don't think Pierce has resigned. So he's going into his rookie deal. Yeah, his contract year. So
I think that's
he has a lot to prove
this offseason.
Hey, he know he has to. He know he has to.
I would love.
Hey, you know what?
I'm a player that's trying to play for money. I love that player that's playing to take care of his family for generations.
Right.
Give me that any day. Give me that because I know he's gonna play his butt off. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna elevate himself to a better status than what he is. And in that gap scheme, we cannot forget the last time we seen Pierce in the gap scheme is when we all fell in love with him. This is when we were all like, oh shit, we got a running back. You had people comparing this man to Emmitt Smith. Now I didn't. Don't put that on me. But you actually had some talking heads out there actually comparing, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because they went to Florida. The person that I'm really high on is the big back that got hurt earlier this year. What was his name? They put him in fullback. What was his name?
British Brooks.
British Brooks. I want to see what he can do, man. You know, if I'm going into like my second year, and if I had to make a choice between him and Pierce, I see if I can get a 6-round.
They running style is similar though.
Yeah, but I think British. The one thing that I don't like about Pierce is it's like it's a home run or a ground out. That's what a baseball term. Like dude just look like he just runs up the offensive line ass way too many times than to just be patient to let the hole open up for him. Mm-hmm. And maybe something that sometimes the game comes to you a little bit slower than others. So I'm willing to give him a try, preseason and everything, and see what happens. But the draft is coming, so we have to make a decision right now.
Yeah, and think about this, Cal. We can't make these decisions based off watching these guys because right now we have to go with what they have done. You know what I'm saying? And we can wish upon a star all we want to, but we know that the NFL is actually based on what have you done. We can imagine. We can say like, man, British might be actually pretty good, or Jordan may be actually pretty good. But these are all ideals. You know what I'm saying? This is not things that have actually been put down. Let's see. Stress and say drafting the DB debate also tough for me because the Rams use Kyron Williams as a true bell cow. I think you meant RB.
Running back.
Yeah. I think that meant RB. Okay, so Kyron Williams was used as a true bell cow back, one of the few teams in the league to do so. 30 plus carries a game. Mixon can handle it, and I hope they let him.
Here's the thing: Mixon is going into his 8th year.
Yeah.
But that is a lot
Actually, I
of
would say
carries for a
9, I think.
9. That's a lot of carries for a guy who haven't had a major structural injury. So I don't want that guy to care about, like, it's 17 games. So if he's averaging 25 to 30, that's one of those things that you're just putting way too much on. That means if you do that, that means that your running back depth is not good. Because when you look at the Detroit Lions, Jamar Gibbs and is it Montgomery, or
Yeah,
do I got
David
it right?
Montgomery.
You need two guys. I mean, Atlanta is a good another good example. You need guys. I need Mixon to give me 16 carries, and I need another running back to give me 11 carries, and then another running back to give me 5.
That sounds good. That's good.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. People don't want to see the Texans as a running team, but the top 7 out of 10 rushing teams last year was in the playoffs. The league is reverting back to running the football.
Yeah.
You can have great passers. That's great. If you cannot run that rock, you're going to have some issues, bro.
Yep. And I think this is why, and I know we're getting ready to close out, and I want to say this. This is why I think it's so good for what how the Texans team is built. That and I think that CJ is super smart when it comes to, if you think about when he was talking about the offenses and stuff that he liked in the NFL. I think one of the main reasons why he liked Stafford is because he liked what they ran over there with the Rams. Like he always talked about their offense, and I think that we are built to run that type of offense. It changes up a lot of things. Like it makes it kind of, because we seen what Bobby did. This here kind of makes it like I think what we have already as a team is gonna be good for Kelly to work with. And I think that, like, if we look at what we already know, that gap scheme can definitely revitalize Pierce. But I do see them going running back. I do see them having to get tight end, because there's certain things that we're gonna have to get to make sure that this kind of runs kind of like how that offense is supposed to run. But I think CJ is gonna have a good year. He's gonna probably have a career year this year if everything falls in the right place. I think that we can get that, what you saying, Cal, that type of, if we get, let's just say we draft Henderson, and we got Henderson, Mixon, and Pierce. That's a good running back room, and whoever you want to throw in there at 4th, hey, throw them in there. But that's a superb running back room. I would be happy with that. I just think that, man, we're gonna have a lot of success this year on the offensive side of the ball, because one thing that nobody's worried about, and I'm glad I can honestly say that all together, nobody's worried about the defense. We know that the defense is crazy, and that's why we can actually sit here on this show and say, hey, they probably not even going to go defense in the first 4 rounds of you know what I'm saying, of the draft, because unless, you know, somebody falls that D'Amico was just incredibly in love with. But other than that, though, man, I think we juice up this offense to make sure that it can run like how it's supposed to run. I'm Team Pierce, man. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm excited about any player, I'm gonna tell you my top 2, CJ and Pierce. I'm not worried about the other players. I'm really not. I know what they are, I know what they do. But I think this new scheme is gonna benefit CJ, and it's gonna benefit Pierce. And if we can get that Pierce back, because, man, I'm gonna tell you, not just because of his personality and who he is as a player, because I think he's a big force in that locker room too. I think he brings the comedic factor to it, and I just think that he's gonna do good this year, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm Team Pierce all the way because of the gap scheme. As soon as I heard we were gonna be running gap scheme, I said, Pierce is finna clown this year. And I think he really is. And plus, it's a contract year too. So y'all about to see the best Pierce that you probably have ever seen. And hey, I'm gonna just close with that, man. We're gonna come back this Friday. Appreciate everybody that's checking us out right now. But I think we got 166 people in the room. let's make sure that y'all tune in Friday, 7:00. We're gonna bring 3 more players that we think that will be good if the Texans drafted, because all the way from this point until the draft, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick 3 players. Each one of us are gonna come up with a player, and we're gonna bring the highlights, and we're gonna just talk about it in the bull ring. And I definitely want to get a bull ring and applause, because man, y'all showed up and showed out, man, which y'all always do. Y'all don't realize how big of a part of the show that y'all actually are. Y'all are like really a big part of the show. Stresses, I want to read one last comment from Stressens. He says, I exaggerate. He said, I exaggerated that. More like 20 carries a game, but feel like Kyron gets more touches than most RBs, third most in the NFL. I'm not gonna lie. Kyron Williams, where was he from? Michigan?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Okay. He shocked me last year. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know that he was gonna do in the NFL what he did, and he shocked me, especially in the playoffs. I was like,
always has good running backs. It's just they don't end up in the right situations in the NFL. So
Right.
that's a low key. When I say low key, like in all caps, low key running back powerhouse. It's just if you look at the history of the running backs they have in college, and when they get to the league, they go to the worst situation.
Yeah. Dang, I'm trying to think of who the last Notre Dame running back that I actually paid attention to.
He played for the Texans.
Who was it? That's why it's in the back of my mind. Like it's like somebody I really paid attention to. Who was that?
He wasn't here for long, but he fucked himself over. We had 2 of them. It was him. It was a running back and a DN, I think, outside linebacker.
Oh, you right. Knicks.
No, Knicks was a D tackle.
Yeah, but he was from Notre Dame, though, right?
Yeah, but
he didn't.
They were smoking weed in the hotel before the Denver game 1 year.
That's how, bro. I remember that now, bro. Bro did that. That was crazy. What did he say? 5th round pick. We can get one like that this year.
Yeah.
I hope so, man. Like I say, if we don't pick one of the first 3 rounds, then I know I got me a nice little
It's a very deep draft.
I got me a nice little 12 piece coming from Chicken Plus. So I'm gonna let you know right now, Cal. As a matter of fact, you don't even got to give me $20. Just give me a 20 piece. I mean, the 12 piece, because I think it's about $17 and something. Probably be about 19 with tax. But yeah, just you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't mind a nice delivered. You know what I'm saying? 12 piece.
I'll drop it off.
Hey,
I'll drop it off to you, man.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. And if it's anything that y'all boys want to bring before we get ready to close out.
Hey man, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I'm back. But I've been dead about a minute, so you know. Like Texas on 3. Oh, I'm sorry. Cal say 1, 2, 3 Texans.
Well, that 1, 2, 3 Texans, man.
1, 2, 3.
Shout out to the professor of the bull ring. He didn't show up tonight, but Peyton. But the participants, you know, I know at the end of the show, Nitty, you run them down, but you know the bull ring 1, 2, 3. See, I worked that in there.
There you go.
We got AD, Lackville, Brandon, and Stresson. So that's 4.
We got Texas Tangent.
Hey, damn, I said 3 and I read out 4. Man, my North Forest math is fucking with me right now.
Hey, man, we got to sue them people for that.
Northside education, man. It's a hell of a drug.
Hey, watch yourself. Patty.
Hey, we gonna shout out. I want to give a quick shout out to everybody. Lackville, 89. We got AD. We got Willie Jackson. We got Allen in the building, man. We got DQ as always. Let me see. We got Brandon as always. Texas Tangents as always, man. And we got Houston Stressens.
My brother.
Appreciate you, man, tuning in, bro. You already know how it go with us, man. The long way. Pause. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. And we thank y'all for tuning in. We got 175 people in here right now. If this is your first time tuning in, let me tell you something. Do us a favor. Make sure that you follow the Twitter page and that you subscribe to the YouTube and befriend us on Facebook. Whatever you have to do to keep up with us, because hey, we do this every Tuesday and every Friday, and this is what we love. This is our passion right here, and we really appreciate y'all coming in. And just like I said, we gave a shout out to everybody in the bull ring, but just to let y'all know, 175 people in here. Believe me, anybody can come in and ask a question. If y'all see us, when we see that y'all don't answer ask questions, then that kind of lets us know that we kind of touching bases on everything. But if there's anything that y'all might want to input to the show, because I mean, it's a lot of us that have knowledge on this game, and especially knowledge on this team. If it's any question that y'all want to ask, that y'all want to bring up to us to talk, believe me, we are going to bring it up, and we are going to debate, and we're going to talk about it. This is what we do. So always feel free to do that. We love the bull ring. The bull ring compensates for almost 33% of this show. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely appreciate that. It's almost like the bull ring itself is a co-host. So we definitely, appreciate y'all, and y'all a big part of what we do. Like I say, make sure you like, share, subscribe. And make sure we see y'all Friday at 7:00, man. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna have 3 more players. Even when y'all in the bull ring, if y'all have a player, this is how dope it is, right? If y'all have a player, don't think that I won't pull that player up and I won't pull up YouTube and type in and we look at that player highlights just because you brought it up. You know what I'm saying? We will do that. This is the type of thing that we do. And we just love the debate, talking about these Texans just as much as y'all do, man. We are looking forward to this season.
Let's turn it up real quick. Let's turn it up real quick. So all the participants in the bull ring, all right? Let's make sure interesting. My co-host, a few guys in the Texas community, they call me the draft god, all right? So on the next show, I got a guy that I'm going to tease, but I'm going to give you a hint right now. And if you get it right, to anybody, and Brandon, no. When I say I'm good on my word, Brandon, no. Shout out to Brandon. If you can guess the player that I'm going to bring up on the 3rd show, talking about the draft, I guarantee you $100. Cash App, Zelle, whatever worked for you. If I got to bring it to you hand to hand.
Hey, I'm in that. I'm going to guess.
Hey, y'all don't count because y'all gonna know.
I already know. I ain't into y'all because he gonna put it in the group chat.
Like, I'm just saying, but look, I give you one hint right now. He is a running back. I will give the other hint on Friday's show.
Okay.
So just guess right now. And look, I even sweeten the pot for you. Bro might not even get drafted. He might go in the 7th round.
Ooh.
And he a running back, and it's a deep running back draft. So, hey, listen, if you want a quick $100, bro, and look, if Brandon, if you still in here, Brandon, let these people know I'm good for it. So,
we don't joke around on here, man. So, we do not joke around.
$100 if you can guess the running back that I'm going to add as one of the players we're going to talk about in the 3rd episode of this draft saga.
Man, that's a good deal, y'all. I wouldn't pass that up. But make sure y'all got to tune in Friday. You got to make sure you tune in Friday. You know what I'm saying? So you'll know what's going on for that 3rd show. But other than that,
you know what? If you like the everybody that's tuned in right now, and when the show ends, the chat is still active. So if it's a player that you want us to look into, go ahead and post it. And anybody that's viewing the channel, if you don't have a question or anything, a thumbs up would be great. We would let us shout you out. You don't have to ask a question. You don't have to participate.
Yeah, just put a thumbs up and we can give you a live shout out, man. For real.
Yeah. So we appreciate everything, man. So that's all I got, man. Great show as usual.
Man, this was a good show, like we always do, man. And we appreciate y'all, man, for coming in. Let me give these guys a hand, man. Man. And shout out, like I say, all the Texans content creators out there, man. Big shout out to y'all. Y'all already know it's one big family, man. We make it do what it do. And we will definitely see y'all Friday, man. 7:00 Friday, 7:00 Friday, 7:00. Make sure you're there. Texans on 3. This is how we do, man. And we up out of here, y'all. We will see y'all next week. Not next week, this week. Hold on, we got one more comment. Brandon say good stream, man. Hey, appreciate you, Brandon, man. You know, we couldn't
Appreciate
do it
it,
without you, bro. We could not do it without
Yes,
you.
sir.
We appreciate you,
Willie
bro.
Jackson with the thumb up.
All right,
Boy,
Willie.
chill.